Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room, and today I'm going to use the Wild About You stamps and show you how to do a really easy reverse stamping technique. Now, I have taught reverse stamping for many a long year, but it's actually quite hard to get a nice crisp image on your reversed stamp. Let me show you what I mean. So this is how I've most recently taught this. I've taken a block, so we'll do our initial image, and I want to be able to reverse this stamp, so I've stamped onto a block, and then I'm going back and I'm pressing down. And it's quite good, you know, we do get a reversed image, but it's actually quite hard to get a strong image in that way. You'd probably need to go over that with markers to actually make it as strong as the initial image. Now, there's a way we can really improve on this using a Stamparatus. Now, I'd like to give credit at this point to lovely Pip Todman, who I sat next to her recently at a Stampin' Up event, and she said, "Oh, have you ever tried this with a silicone mat?" And I said, "No, I've never ever tried reverse masking with reverse stamping with a silicone mat." So she got me thinking about this, and I came back and gave it a go, and so fantastic, it really works well. So I have put my silicone mat in the corner of my Stamparatus, and I am laying down, so I'm just going to bring her in a little bit. I'm laying down the kangaroo image here, and let's just pick it up, and I'm going to use Memento ink here, ink her up well and press down, and then quite quickly, while that ink is still wet, I'm going to put in my piece of Whisper White and press down again. Now, what I'm using the stamp for now is actually to just press down, because that is my reversed image. Isn't that great? So taking this away, I can now ink up my kangaroo again, and now I have two kangaroos together. Isn't that awesome? And they're not, you know, we haven't got a dark one and a faded one. We haven't got one with less definition. We have got a perfect reversed image. So, love it. Let's turn it into a card. I'm going to use Old Olive ink here, and I'm going to use a stamp. Do you know, this is one I go to often when I want just a swoosh of grass. It's Sheltering Tree, and I'm just going to use this little swooshy bit. I'm stamping off because this is a brand new style Stampin' Up ink pad, and I don't want the full depth of colour on there. In fact, I'm going to go the other way up here, and I'm actually going to just take an aqua painter and pick up the ink. So yes, the answer to questions that I've had is you can squeeze the new style ink pads and get ink into the lids. They take a little bit more squeezing, I think, than the old ones, but works perfectly to transfer some ink so that you can use the Stampin' Up inks for painting. And there you go, that gives us a nice little green area that they're sitting on. They probably should be red because it should be the Western Desert, but there you go. A little bit of artistic license. So I'm actually going to start off. This is the Ivory blend. Now, the Stampin' Blends are alcohol-based markers, which is why I have stamped with the Memento, because Memento is water-based. And that means that as I start to colour, I won't lose any of the definition from the lines. They won't run or blend in any way. They will stay as is, which is what we want. So I'm starting off, as I say, with the Ivory on this critter, and I don't know if you see, but they haven't got roos in their pouches. They've got little koalas. That's so cute. Okay, and then for the other one, I'm going to go for the light smoky slate, and same thing over with the lightest colour first. Now I'm bringing in some darker colours, so this is the light crumb cake and this is the dark smoky slate. Oh, missed her little paw there. And I'm just going to go start on the areas that the stamp has got highlighted as or darker, and then just spread that darker colour around where you would have some shading under her chin. And then I'm going back to the lighter colours and just blending in over the top. And what you tend to find is that the as the markers dry, as the ink dries, it goes a little paler anyway. Now there are loads of great greetings in here, but I think together we make a great pair. It is perfect for this project. So I'm going to ink that up and pop that just between them there. And another stamp that's in here that I've been having fun with is this little one here. Now I think what it's supposed to be for is it's supposed to make like a little bow underneath the mother kangaroo's pouch. If somebody thinks it's for something else, do tell me. But I've been doing something different with it. Here's what I've been doing. Now you have to go gently because it is a tiny weeny little stamp. But it makes great little corners for your projects. You can even make a little frame if you go all the way around with it. Aren't those sweet? Now we have got a new stamp set in the catalogue, which I don't have yet, but I'm definitely going to get, called Round the Corner, that actually makes corners of various things. But I just think that is a little super little extra extra thing that you can get in this card, with this card. So I'm just going to grab an old olive base card to pop that on. And I think that looks lovely. I'm really pleased with that. And I think it's a great way to do the reverse stamping using the Stamparatus. Show you another couple of cards. So this was one that I did as a new baby card. And again, Welcome Little One is in that stamp set. This is where I've used that stamp as I think it's meant to be used, just as a little apron pocket. And this was my original of the one that we've just done. I did the same sort of thing, but I did a basic grey-black background instead of the old olive. So which one do you prefer? Thank you for visiting Elizabeth's Craft Room today, and I look forward to welcoming you back again soon.